Boats, boats, boats! Brisbane Yamaha knows boats.
Hi, I'm Aaron, the owner of Brisbane Yamaha, and today, Haines Hunter. Now, Haines Hunter are famous for their big offshore fishing weapons. You know, a 675 is just the best boat you could ever have if you're a serious offshore fisherman. You know, you're a trophy owner, you'd want one of those, or a 725, 600 Rs, awesome boat. But Haines Hunter are famous in Queensland for family boats, right? And we all don't want an over 6 metre boat. I spent my life in like 5 metre boats because they can do everything. Across the Tangalooma, up through all the Gold Coast waterways, Bribie Island, you're like the king of Bribie Island. And Haines Hunter, famous for their family boats. And today, I've got two absolute beauties. Have a look at this. The 495. 495 Sport Fish. Now the thing is, it's a 5 metre boat. It's got a 90 on it. I reckon you could probably get away with a 70. It goes like a rabbit shot in the bum with a 90. And have a look at it. As a family person, you've got a couple of kids, you're up at Somerset skiing, water sports, you're out at Tangalooma exploring, and the big thing about it is it's easy to handle. You can put it in your garage, your carport, you can move it around single-handed. Soon as you get to a tandem trailer, there's a lot of work, and when you come home from fishing, there's a lot of cleaning on a 6 metre boat. But these things, and like Haines, I don't even have to say anything about Haines Hunter because it's legendary, it's iconic. Nearly every other fiberglass boat brand in Australia has copied something with Haines because of their ride. The second biggest Google search on boat sales is Haines Hunter. Resale, out of control. And value, while we're talking about price, you go and have a look at a 5 metre alloy boat, this thing's probably cheaper. And when I say cheaper, they're not a lot of money. The salesman won't let me talk about price, but this thing's in the 60s, low 60s. Oh. And today, we're in October 2022. So don't come to me in 3 years' time and go, what's going on? Now, let's have a look at this thing. What we do, we choose easy tow trailers that come from the factory with it. And have a look at that. They're fitted for it. They just glide up. It's very easy. And the thing about this size of Haines Hunter, it's about being able to wake up in the morning, what are we going to do on a Saturday morning? Let's go fishing. Let's go water sports. And this is a boat you can take straight away. Nice big hatch. We put all these clears on at Brisbane Yamaha and they're solid. We don't even have to talk about the design and the build construction of Haines because it's tested, it's proven. No other boat is proven like these. Have a look, your bait board, all fiberglass, live bait tanks, good seats, more than enough room. And you'll be surprised how much room's in these. We're going to take them on the water. 90 horsepower Yamaha. Now Dan will put up all the specs. Now, but if you want to see specs, what you do is you go to brisbaneyamaha.com.au, find the boat you want, click on brochure, and fair dinkum, I did this today because I wanted to know everything. And what you get is 4 pages of information on every boat. Yeah, we do that. Plus videos like we're doing today. Have a look at this. This is the 535. A little bit more room for you, a little bit more offshore, but don't knock the 495. I like it. I reckon it's a winner. This boat, you're about 10 grand more. It's got a 115 on it. A 535 with a 115. We used to have another boat brand. We'd be a 6 metre boat with a 115. But the Haines Hunter, look at that hull. Have a look at the hull, Dan. Get down and look at the shape. Because it's Haines Hunter's design and hull, painted into hull designs that makes them ride. Have a look at the beauty of it. And the thing about Haines Hunter, come up here and look at this, Dan. Have a look up here. Have a look at all those screws. It's all quality stainless steel and they're all the same angle because there's an attention to detail at Haines Hunter that doesn't happen any other way. This has got the easy tow trailer as well, all self-driving or drive on. Right, we can put anchor winches, we can do all that stuff. Rod racks, fishing, skiing, versatile family boats. Haines Hunter should be on your list to look. Now let's go on the water and I'll show you why you want to buy one. So here we are in Haines, 495. It's got a 90 on, goes like an absolute rocket. Now, we're out in Moreton Bay. There's no other boats other than mine. The seagulls are struggling. It's blowing a gale, because that's what you people keep saying you want. You're insane. But let's go and have a look, because this is one awesome family boat. It's like, remember the pocket rocket that everyone's trying to build? This is where they started. So let's have a look. So there's a bit of chop here, half to a metre. I just head out into it. I've got it trimmed down. All right, now I look for a wave and I just give it a little bit and we're up. Now, and I'm backing off. Now we got up on top of those waves and I'm still sitting down and we're churning over, right? And this little boat is handling beautiful. Now it's a 5 metre boat and I'm jumping waves. Hopefully you can see that hull, because Haines Hunter is famous for rides. Here's a good wave, straight over, we're sitting down. Now most boats should be standing up. Now, let's say you went out, I'll just turn around, I'll back down. I'm doing 30, 20 knots, 25 knots. Am I? Yeah, 26 knots. And I'll just turn around like you're looking for a fishing spot. Gee, it turns. It's nimble. It's very nimble. It's like a little sports car. Not only, have you got to stand that drone? Drone's coming up looking at us. It's always hard in these bad conditions to get drone work. Now I'm going across the wave. Drone can see that. Boat's rocking a little bit, but it's sitting flat and it's smooth and it's nice. You can probably hear the waves banging on the hull, but it's soft. There's a bit of noise there, but it's not banging. Dan's sitting down holding on, turning into waves. Has that drone got us down or not? Struggling to keep up in that big wind. But I'm just jogging along at 30, I'm doing 34 knots. I'm doing 36. Right, easy. Now slow up. Now let's see, Dan, I'm going to turn and we'll just go in a bit of a follow and see, just to see what this little beauty, how she goes. Slicing through that water, just come down a wave, spits it out, and it just wants to go. I tell you, I'm not joking. You could use a 70 on this, right? Certainly a 75, but if you go 75, you might as well go 90, you know? You're never going to be sorry with a 90, but if you were my dad, I'd say, Dad, just get the 70 on it, you'll never have trouble. And look at that drone sitting at the front. Now I'm sitting in here, it's very comfortable. The Yamaha gauges. We've got inside there's storage, and we never talked about the inside. There's a nice little bunk, certainly enough to get out of there. Your wife have a couple of Chardonnays. You know, I'd sit in there with her, she'd have a Chardonnay, I'd eat a couple of ham and pickles, maybe have a couple of beverages. Plenty of storage. Good fiberglass side pockets. And there's a great big storage under the sides. You can never have too much storage, but this has got plenty. And there's a big insulated ice box in the middle, a kill tank. I'd probably put all my safety gear or tackle or something in it. So good rail on the side, good bunks, quality upholstery, turns, nimble. I tell you, there's a lot of people looking for a bigger boat that really should just be looking at one of these. You hanging on, Dan? And let's just say you were out fishing with your mates and then you got the call from Grandma. You forgot. She's making you a lamb roast. Grandma says it's going to be on the table in half an hour, Aaron. Hurry up. I know you're out fishing, so you've got to get up it. And we'll do some surfing, we'll do some jumping, and I can tell you I'm sitting down and it's actually smooth and we are skipping over it. Yahoo! Not a problem. Woo! In these weathers, drones don't last. I can tell you, this is an awesome boat. If you're looking for an all-round family boat, and you're going in the bay, you're going in the ocean, you're going to catch billies, you're going to bottom dong, you're going surfing, you need to look at one of these. Because your average 5 metre aluminium boat won't do it, and your fiberglass certainly won't, unless you've got a Haines Hunter. That's why I chose them. They're bloody awesome. See you on the water in a Haines Hunter if I can catch you.